It's live already.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
No audience.
No audience yet. While waiting for the audience to come in, I share it on my page also lah. You share it on my personal page, right? I share it in another my page. I go out for a while, yeah.
Hello. There's some technical issue. Just hold on.
Hello. Hey, where are you, Aiden?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Kenny just called me. Okay. He says there's some problem with his stream. Yeah, he cannot log into the stream yet. So I'm going to send him the what do you call that, the chat.
Okay. So
So we have audience.
hi everyone, good evening. We meet again. And today is a mooncake festival. Also, we call it 中秋节, where it is the lunar calendar of month number 8 and the middle of the month, where the moon is bright and very round. So it's full moon. Then well, I really don't know how many types of mooncake that you have tasted this year. For us, this year we have made some jelly mooncake, and then friends sent over some traditional mooncake and some what do you call that, xiong hoi yu bang, which is the multi-layered mooncake. Uh, that is also a belief when I was young that my grandma told me that those young children, you never point your your finger, not middle finger, the pointer, you never point direct to the moon. During the full moon, you shall never point. 就是碌日超啊，啲條 moon in the middle of the night, the moon will come and cut your ear loop here. So
So it will be
Yeah.
here. There will be one line.
Yes. Have you have that before? Have your grandmother told you about that? Well, during that time also, besides the mooncake, of course, the most happiest thing is we get to play lantern lah. Actually, not about lantern lah. It's about burning the lantern. It's about burning the
What,
candle and
what
burn.
type of lantern do you play usually? You usually carry the
When I
traditional one.
the Milo Kong Kong one. Have you played that before? The Milo, we make a lot of holes, and then we put
No,
the air in the middle, and then when you
auntie,
hang
I'm
it, you
lucky
can
than you.
see.
I got the one with the animals one, the Chinese horoscope, the dragon one. You know, they use the what do you call that? What the type of colored plastic bag?
Transparent paper. Yeah,
Yes,
transparent.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I love. Oh, I also have that one. I have the what do you call that? The goldfish one. Goldfish, very nice.
Goldfish one. Goldfish one
Yeah.
is quite popular lah. I think for those of you who are actually
Ah,
within our era one, that one is quite famous lah. I would say.
in Penang still got people selling, right?
God, what do you call it? That place, Tai Tong got a lot.
Ah, yeah, Taichung. The Lam Chana there got one.
Lam Chana there nowadays not so many already compared to last time. Nowadays, I think the one that they have right basically is the one with what do you call that? The one that's selling all the Gong Pai one.
Ah, yes.
Yes,
They are the one who sell the lantern, lah.
yes, yes.
Ah, I remember when I was young, my dad would take the motorbike, take me down to the Siaboy, and then he will go to the Siaboy and buy the iwa lah, those for prayer
Mm,
one, iwa,
yeah,
and then the what they call the lingkak, you know,
yeah.
the
Link
type of food, and then at the same time also will buy me a new lantern,
New
and then if I
Lantern.
burn then I got new one lah. If I don't burn, then I have to recycle it again. So normally
Yeah,
I'll think way to burn
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so then for law, I'm more used to. I never been like lantern one.
Oh, no, when I burn it on, then I got new one next year. So I burn it. I will think of some way to burn it anyway.
Happy Mid Autumn, Auntie Judy.
Ah,
Unfortunately, Kenny is still figuring out figuring out on some technical issue on his laptop. So we will Borak first. I think he will be in shortly. Okay, so I'm trying to settle with him also while Boraking with Priska. Yeah.
yes.
So how do you celebrate uh, for our audience, how do you celebrate your Zhongqiu, your Mid Autumn? Eat lots of mooncake, got Nyonya mooncake or not?
Nyonya got bourbon cake, man.
Huh? I ask her. Anyone can
I,
answer or not? Nyonya
I
got
don't think
mooncake or not?
mooncake. Those mooncake, I think, is from the Teochew Lang one. The one that
Hmm.
we had last time. The traditional mooncake was made by a Teochew people, what do you call, a baker. We have it last time at my grandmother's house there in Perak Lane and Perak Lane and also Jelotong, West Jelotong there. Got a few baker that they tailor made for you. You can have Sei Wong one, the 4 yolk one. Yeah. That one is very expensive. At my time, when I was young, I remember it's like 1 biji, Sei Wong one. It's like 8 ringgit or 12 ringgit. I forgot already. I remember I love to order it. And then the uncle always laughed at me. He said that you are not the one who eat the mooncake. You are not the one who asked for mooncake. You are the one who asked for the egg yolk. Eat the egg yolk. Yeah. So this is how. But after so many years already, the whole Para Road and also Para Lane, Para Road, and also the West Jelotong has been developed so much. ai hami pum phang kia jadi lo tong peng peralin tua lo awa ja che mi kia si chui bu tiêu la last time ja che mi kia chui tiêu tua lai bin lu e kho tiêu lang cho chỉ là lantern lấy dùng chỉ là lấy kiểu mi transparent paper cho lantern rồi còn điều làm cho quỷ bia quite a few of them I think got four at least four of them from what I can remember.
Oh, yeah.
And they use the 肚油 one. They use 肚油 to make the moon cake. Not like now. Now they actually use the vegetable oil. The taste is. How is our?
Yeah, he said he's still not able to. Just give me a minute. He said he cannot go inside our broadcast room. Priska, there's a question for you.
You from the notorious area? Yes.
Pankia is outside here.
Pankia is outside. Yes, all the pankia are there, but now no more already. All the now want to look for pankia also cannot find already. Don't know where are they. I think the old time one is already gone, and then many generations. I think come to the next generations. Many things not carry out already. So what left there is the temples. You can still find some old temples, and then when come to the what do you call that, the birthday of the temple god, then you can see the kotai, then the tuahi. Now also no have tuahi already more on potehi or kotai, and then you also know the kotai is a very modern type where they wear very sexy as well. So less meaningful compared to my childhood, where during my childhood, I still can remember I always like to take my bangku and go and sit down there and watch whatever they have, And then behind the kotai always have things to eat. The sikoteng. There's something sweet dessert after the kotai. Yeah.
Right.
Now
right,
also
right.
don't find them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any contingency plans for Kenny? Should we use Zoom or something so that he can come in or something?
Zoom. Hold on. Let me try Zoom and see.
If he can come into the Zoom, then we disconnect this one.
Yeah.
So sorry for the technical area. Yeah.
So, Priska, maybe you continue first. Let me go out and set up the Zoom and see.
Let me continue talking alone with myself. No lah, I'm not going to talking myself lah. He didn't put me in such a big screen, Adama. Well, I don't know where are you coming from. No, I'm sure that you're coming from different area in Malaysia, from Malaysia. Aiden have to go out to help Kenny in setting up some of the technical error that happened in this system. So happened that our guest speaker not able to hook into our StreamYard line, and then trying to find out ways. So maybe we can talk more about how we celebrate our Mooncake Festival and what are the stories you have heard from your grandmother, or your grandparents, your grandfather. Did they tell you anything that you still can remember until today? Like for me, until today, I'm near to 50 years old, and then I just lost two of my front teeth. Well, it takes about another 1 month plus to get the new one coming. So you have to bear with me with the Nyonya yang boge for a while. So yeah, it so happened. I'm so happy. Then I go and do this what do you call that, ayam goreng. Then my first bite on the ayam goreng, I'm also so lucky. I bite on the bone, and then my teeth crack, and then this is the two front teeth that's gone. Yeah. Well, any stories that you would like to share with us? Then how you celebrate your mooncake festival when you were young? What are the belief system that you have, and what are the stories that you have heard from your grandparents? Um, is there anything that you can still remember until today? Like for me, I remember my grandma is very busy on this day. So on this lunar calendar, month of 8 and the full moon, that will be the ancestors prayer. Early morning, we have to prepare a lot of things like flowers, fruits, especially the iwa. The iwa is what do you call that? Lok yao. Iwa, the pamelo, yeah, to celebrate the Mooncake Festival. Yes, Kenny is
Hi.
back.
But
Hi,
anyhow,
Kenny.
for your information, I'm using my phone. I don't know why. 唔知係咪屬 laptop 未接嚟. So definitely today it won't be any slides lah. Or
Yeah,
Can you
what問題
no,
until now I
no
don't
slide
know
with
why.
laptop. Hello,
Maybe
can
Angeline.
can you send in the slide to Aiden's email or something so he can open up for you?
Actually I tried to send through WeChat. They I don't know why
WeChat
my
Gateway.
WhatsApp
Yeah,
and
yeah.
WeChat cannot. And
Email?
I 我唔知係咪 what happened because for the whole morning until 5 o'clock I do have online class and it's nothing happened.
No worry, no worry. See whether you
No.
can send in your email or something.
Are we
Why not you send me my
on the
email?
air now? Are we
Send to my
Yeah?
email.
on the air now?
Yes, we
Yes.
are.
We
Oh,
already
hi
live.
everyone. Sorry for the interruption.
So Kenny is going to give up free kebaya.
Talk about kebaya again, Ken, actually
No,
it's
no, Kenny.
actually the voice is
In
quite
fact, I'm
soft.
saying,
At my earphone. Whew, don't know what happened today, but it's
yeah,
okay. Everything happened with us. I do believe that.
yeah.
You
So
burn your
Kenny, I'm
Yeah,
lantern
trying to
at
say,
least I
today.
can hear.
if you have problem with the technical
No,
issue,
actually,
right?
maybe want us to enjoy our mid autumn 食月餅或者食甲杯.
Yeah. So I said just now, you're going to give up. You're going to give out free kebaya to the audience.
Babi kebaya, yes, babi do kebaya. I do have 3 sets of babi kebaya. Actually, it can be wearable if you have babi at home. Yeah, if you have babi at home, actually, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's very nice. If you have been to my Facebook, definitely you will know. Yeah,
Yeah.
and are we still going to talk about Belkina, huh? I will just talk a little bit about our beaded shoes and also the where the beaded shoes started from, right? So I do believe, of course, now I'm using my phone. I can't see anything WhatsApp, WeChat, and even though those are comments or question, actually the voice from Aiden and Priska is quite slow. It's quite for me, but it's okay lah. So hopefully there will be more question asking because today there is no slides. Really sorry about that. See, actually I do have. But anyhow, I'm going to share about the shoes too lah by today lah. If you know, I try to elaborate about what I'm talking about, especially those kasut. Of course, what I can say that as everyone know lah, from the mid 1800s is where all the Nyonyas, especially the Nyonyas, they are from well-to-do Baba families. So that's why they are expected to have skill in all domestic arts, including cooking. I do believe that Priska is very past, right, for the cooking. And then another one will be the embroidery, and then the last one is the beadsworks. So all the Nonyas, actually what I can say that we are quite lucky is where, especially the ladies from Baba Nyonya families, all the Nonyas is quite lucky to born now instead of around 1800s. And because of, you don't have to be beautiful, you don't have to be beautiful body, beautiful faces, but you need to know, you have to be really expert in cooking, embroidery, and also the beadworks lah. Because why? Because this is a prenuptial protocol required for Nyonya to prove her cooking and also the sewing skill by producing items for the gift exchange ceremony before the marriage. So they need to prove that they don't care whether how you look like, how short, how tall, but you need to show them. First thing is the cooking for the tok panjang or tengtok, right? And especially the groom side, their parents, especially the baba's amma and mother. So go to the ladies or the Nonya's house. First thing is need to get the approval lah for the food, especially the cooking. After the cooking, then the Nonyas need to show the beadworks and also the embroidery. So I can't imagine those Nonyas who not really know or expert in embroidery and also the beadworks, because the marriage, it actually depends on cooking, embroidery, and also the beadworks. How good is the Nonyas are. And usually all the wealthy families, especially the Baba's families, they used to look for Nonyas who are good on all this. Yeah, you don't have to be a PhD holder, you don't have to be a professional, but you need to really expert these three things. But for me, during the time, if the Nyonya really expert in cooking, embroidery, or the beadworks, actually for me is the standard is like our PhD holder for the for the entire parts lah, where they expert with. Because until now, even though I'm Baba, I'm trying to good in cooking, good in embroidery, and good in beadworks. I don't think so, because it's totally a different thing. We just only can concentrate on one, but not concentrate on all of them. But last time the Nonyas, they are forced to expert in everything. And then especially for the embroidery and also the beadworks, they need to start to learn around starting from 8 years old, 8 to 10 years old, they need to start with. So nowadays you can imagine all the children, bị cao hui yang còn kinh có做了後面連假都有呢個被考假, but they already start to cook, and even though they start with the embroidery and also the beadworks lah. So let me shift my, okay. So for the top faces of the slippers, actually usually especially for the groom and the brides, usually it will be prepared by the bride. So some of the families that even worse is where the Nonyas need to prepare for the whole families of her future husband, including the husband parents and also the grandparents. And of course is for to be worn on the wedding festivities lah. So of course, before we have the beaded shoes that we have by now, the manik, actually previously we do have embroidered shoes, and the first embroidered shoes, we call it kasut kadok or kasut tongkang. is where the embroidery just in front, and also at the side they have some of the embroidery. Of course, after this session, I think I'm going to post some of the photos on my Facebook, so maybe you can have a look what is actually it is. I do believe that for those who are familiar with the Baba Nonya's history, definitely you've seen before the kasut kado or the the tongkang lah. Of course, they are flats. Is later on it tends to be they change the style into the kasut seret. Seret means a toile. Yeah, seret is toile. So the side part of the embroidered beaded shoes is gone. What I can say that is the cutting is totally like the sandals that provided by the hotel. If you go to the hotel in rooms there, definitely there's a slippers, that kind of the cutting of the shoes is called the kasut seret. Yeah, of course, what we see now is that there are more to kasut seret instead of the kasut kado. Yeah, of course, the embroidery is more to using the glossy gold or silver silk thread, and then we are using a wire and sequins too, right? And then of course later on we are using the satin stitch or the packing knots. So the packing knots, you can see there are some of the knots, of course for the normal embroidery you will see the thread, but for the packing knot, definitely if you're familiar with, you will see all those are not like pakat one, that kind of embroidery is called the packing knots lah. So for the early 1900s, kasut kado had gone out of fashion, and then the flat and then leather sole kasut seret, I mean the toile lah, with rounded toes took their place. Yeah, this is what we used to wear for the wedding. And then for the beaded shoes, actually it started 100 years ago. We only started with the beaded shoes is where around 1910s, around there. So for that generation, if you are around 40s, so I think that generation is more to our ama our ama generation. And then for our acho generation, it will be more to the kasut seret, still embroidered slippers. And our ama generation, for those who are born around 1910s, it will be start to have the beaded shoes, the si manik. And then what's the difference of Aiden?
The what do you call that, the embroidered or brocaded shoes, is it influenced by the China, the 绣花鞋?
Actually, what I can say that until now I didn't do any. There are limited research that we can do, but what I can say that is a combination, because we can't say that it's from China or from Indonesia or Malay or Thais, because in this region what we can see that actually for our culture is some kind like crossover and share. So what we can see is that our kasut seret or the kasut tongkang, the embroidery is quite similar to the Indonesian, especially the Palembang embroidery, especially the color with gold and red. But what you can see on the motif is the influence of the Chinese motif. So it's some kind like a crossover of a different culture. So actually it's quite hard to determine where this from. What I can say that the kasut seret is more to like a Palembang Indonesian style of fashion, but when you look at the motif, it's more to Chinese. So what I can say that it's some kind like a region. It's like Thais, Indonesia, Brunei, Malaysia. It's kind of a big region that we share all the culture. Yeah.
Right. Understand.
Anyway, Aiden, if those who are our audience got any question, please help me to read it out, because I can't see their question from here because I'm using phone. Yeah.
Okay.
And okay, let's continue with how we going to match our kebaya with kasut kado, kasut tongkang, and beaded shoes. Actually, for the embroidered kasut kado or the kasut seret, usually is associated with our baju panjang or tengsa. So you seldom see from the old picture, black and white picture, you seldom see those who are wearing the baju panjang matched with the beaded shoes. Actually, it's a totally the different generation. So usually what you can see is that if you really look into all those old photos, the black and white photos, actually there are many things you can explore through a piece of photos. You should look at their jewelry, their dresses, and also even though including their shoes. Actually, for tengsa, usually it will associated with kasut kado or the kasut seret, and then usually it will be flat, right? And then beaded shoes, slippers or shoes, yeah, come to be associated with the modern Nyonya kebaya. That will be what we mentioned before for last 2 weeks. It will be kebaya rendah, kebaya biku, and also the kebaya sulam. So usually it will be the puan tengte associated with the beaded shoes. But nowadays, people are more, how should I say, more preferred beaded shoes because it's more modern and then more colorful compared to the kasut seret, right? And then for the kasut seret or the kasut tongkang, actually is quite hard to maintain, right? And then if I do believe that if you have any pairs of the kasut seret, the kim swa the kasut seret or the kasut tongkang at home, I think what we are facing now is that it's hard for us to maintain, especially the gold thread. It already start to torn or coming out, yeah. So actually quite can call to maintain lah. And even though for the wedding robe for the nonias too, the golden thread is keep coming out because it's some kind like oxidized, yeah. And then yeah, this is for kasut seret and kasut kado. So that's why nowadays not many people prefer the kasut seret or kasut kado lah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kenny,
Yeah.
the motif of the kasut seret, then the other one is the kasut tongkang, kasut, then the other one is the manik shoes. The motif itself, right? They are pretty much similar, right?
Okay, what I can say that for the kasut seret and then for the kasut tongkang too, it's more to the Chinese motif. Of course, it's quite similar to the beaded shoes too. It's quite similar, but for the kasut manik, we also can see the influence of the Western culture, and then means that for the kasut kasut seret or the kasut tongkang, usually we'll see pomegranate, they are more to Chinese motif. But our beaded shoes, we also can usually this is what I like to do too. Usually the motif it changed from our yin yang, the dark to our modern pigeons, and even though rooster is more to Western, and then from the flowers like peony. Last time for Chinese, we used to use peony, but when you look at the modern beaded shoes, you can they change to roses or daisy, right? So you seldom see any beaded shoes with peony. Actually seldom, but it's more to the Western culture, especially those beaded shoes from Penang. They are more Western because as I mentioned just now, our beaded shoes started around 1910s. So 1910s is already after the Francis Light in Penang came to Penang. So it's more to the influence of the Western. Yeah, and even though you look at the colors, usually for the Chinese it will be yellow, pink, red, everything red, red and gold. But because of the influence of the Western, you can see turquoise color, navy blue, and then the pink. Yeah, this is more to the Western color, especially those the country around Turkey. Yeah, and when you look at our tiles, our building, it's more to our Western colors. What I can say, that it's blend really well. Like what I can say, yeah, actually it's so
yeah.
beautiful. And then we like to use especially the pink color, purple color. We seldom use purple color or black color, or dark green or dark blue color for our attire, including our shoes, because previously the mooring colors, they are black, dark blue, and dark green,
Mm.
especially the mooring period. Yeah, and
And white as well, right?
in white, yes. Of course,
Mm. Mm.
for the mooring for the first year, usually for the Baba Nonias, the first year will be black lah.
Black.
Everything black, especially the dress. And major color is the black. Of course, for the kerongsang, for the earring, they are more to using silver
Silver.
or pearl. Yeah. So
Oh, yes.
nowadays, all the Nonias, for me too, like I don't pantang anymore. Like if you wear the pearl or the silver kerongsang, we are still okay. But last time it's so
Mm.
pantang, they are not allowed to wear pearl or silver kerongsang during that time. And then
Now,
for the mooring, sorry,
now people
yeah,
no
for the
longer pantang. Yeah.
no pantang anymore. But
Mm.
of course, why I can say that most of the colors that we are using now, yeah, through my experience, the most popular color nowadays for kebaya, it is black color. Yeah, it's selling quite well, and then not
Yep.
supposed to be it's not supposed to be worn by the nonias lah. Yeah.
Mm.
And
I saw that
the
in your
third
shop.
year is,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, the black one, I like black too, because usually the nonias, no, the features will be, when you look at the mirror, it looks slimmer because of the color tone. And then, of
Mm.
course, for the mooring, for the third year, it will be dark green. Usually will be outside chair, that kind of green. So during that time, they are wearing jade, for the third year lah.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, of course,
Mm.
for the modern beaded shoes, for the modern kebaya, like kebaya, starting from the kebaya rendah, most of the nonias, they are educated, and then they want to be Western, they want to be modern, they don't care anymore. Yeah, even though for wedding, they are wearing the white gown. Yeah, the white gown for wedding, so they don't care anymore lah. And even though until now, uh, even even not even care anymore. They just wear what they want to lah.
Mm.
Actually, no more pantang lah.
I,
Won't
I,
pantang, bo pantang
I
liao lah.
even yeah. I even see
Nope.
people during the morning, the not the morning, with the wake, the period of wake. Okay,
Mm,
they are wearing gold chain. Some wearing lipsticks.
mm,
Uh,
mm.
so they are very open nowadays. I even see all they are wearing black and white, or white shirt, black pants, or black skirt, but they are wearing um, colored colored shoes. I seen that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, for previous for the wake, right, and for the mooring period, actually it's quite strict. All the pantang actually is quite strict for the Baba Nonya families. They are not allowed to wash hair, they are not allowed to
yeah,
shave,
yeah,
And nowadays people are more modern because they want people to be, they want people to be happy instead of all those strict rules and regulation. And even though I can imagine when my amma passed away, that time I only in secondary school. Of course, we don't care everything. We don't care about pantang or whatever. Of course, during that time, I'm playing with my Walkman. Yeah, I believe that the new generation, they don't know what is Walkman. Yeah, it actually is kind of player. It's kind of player during my the week lah. Nothing to do, man. What you can imagine that nothing much to do there, because for my mom's side, we have a really huge family, and then it's more to like a gathering instead of a wake, right?
yeah.
And then everyone come back, it's like Chinese New Year, and then
Mm.
yeah lah, sad is sad lah, but when we start to talk, right, we forgot everything. It's like a ha ha ha. And then I do believe that my amma know our style too, because we like to talk, we like to enjoy, we like to smile. I do believe that my amma also feel happy with it too lah. But what I
Mm.
can say that during that time I'm listening to my Walkman, and then I get scolded by one of my auntie. And then what they believe is that during that time, of course my amma wait is 7 days. During these 7 days, all the son, grandson, grandchildren, or whoever, daughter, they can't have any entertainment. Yep. Because they do believe that when amma passed away, when my amma is at in another world, she will, how should I say, 跟茶帮 for the opera show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can remember this because it's some kind like a hoo-ha during that time, because I get scolded. Yeah. So there are so many pantang larang, and then nowadays totally no pantang larang lah, because
Yeah.
now the nonias, they also wear lipstick, wear light
Mm.
lipstick for the wake,
Even
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 though they're
even
children, grandchildren.
during the wedding, they wear black kabaya.
Oh,
You
yes.
know, the beaded shoes. Some of it
Mm,
are black and gold. I have seen
yeah,
that before.
yeah,
But actually, they are
yeah,
pretty nice. Very elegant.
yes.
You know, very very elegant. You know, so that is why I think the bead that used to make the shoes. Are there any difference? Because I understand from my mom, right? There are beads that are coming from Japan during the olden days,
Mm,
and there are the beads
mm,
that are local beads, and there are also beads that are coming from Thailand and also Indonesia. So currently, what we are doing, the what do you call that? The manet that you are using, not you're using the manet shoes that current the people wear nowadays. Mostly the manet comes from which country or which area?
Okay, for the money, right? Of course, previously, usually, most of the money, we call it money potong, is a really fine, very small money. Usually, it's come from Europe's, from the traders from Europe's, and it come to our region here to sell it. Especially sell it to they sell it into the nonias. So if you have that kind of bead, still have, I do believe that there are many of us, we still have this kind of beads. We are from Baba Nonya families. I do have two, my ama left over. But what I can say, of course, they are shining, they are small, they are dainty, and then it's very beautiful if you make into the faces of the shoes. But what one of the challenges that we are facing is that we don't have any hali uh jam. We don't have suddenly jam. We don't have the needles. Yes, we don't have the needles that can go through the beads. So this is what we are facing now. And of course, for the beaded shoes, the beads for the beaded shoes is come from they have previously they come from many countries, and then nowadays it's still the same. Some of them are from China, they are from Taiwan. Yeah, there are many beads because there are many beads factory around the world. But what I am insist is that I'm using the premium Japanese glass beads. And why? Because there are glass beads, there are also the plastic beads. And then some of the glass, of course, you don't talk about the plastic beads. Definitely, we are not going to use that because plastic bead usually it will fade, the color will be faded, and then the quality will be not as good as the glass bead because it's not shine at all. And for the glass bead wise, of course, we do have a different kind of different grades of the glass bead that we have. And then be careful with when you purchase any beads or purchase any beaded shoes, you make sure from the makers, you have to ask the maker, yeah, whether this what is the country, the origin of the beads, and then what is the brand of the beads they are using. Yeah, because some of the glass bead, the color will fade too. For
Yeah.
example, the flowers, you will see the motif of the peacock or maybe flowers, it will fade it after a while. So that's why there are many people, they used to compare why some of the places they sell a pair of beaded shoes just only 200 ringgit, 250 ringgit, And then why some of them is like over thousands, you know. Of course, what I can say that first thing is the quality of the beads is very important, because the quality beads compared to the premium glass bead compared to the normal glass beads, the price is the difference of at least 10 times. At least 10
Right.
times different. Yeah. And then of course for the usually for the purchaser, usually they are not really uh, it's not so obvious lah how to
Mm.
see the difference of the beads, but for the maker, yes, because if the glass bead, the quality of the glass bead is lesser, that means that the whole of the beads is smaller, and then it's not consistent. Some of the beads,
Right.
the needle can go through, some of them cannot go through. That means that this is a very low quality beads. And then the quality glass beads, especially those from Japan, what I can say that the whole is very consistent. It's very consistent, and then the size of the beads also very consistent. Say that some big, some small, you know. So yeah, when you look at the faces of the beads, you sometimes you will know lah. Yeah, so
Mm.
it's very different. So when you
Yeah.
choose a pair of the beaded shoes, and even though you tell me just 200, 250, you know, what I can say that if you are purchasing, actually for me it's not cheap to have low quality beads, but you purchase it with the beaded shoes at the price of 200 or 250. Why not you add
Mm.
a little bit, or maybe double
Mm.
or triple, you get a better one. Because what I can say that these beads you can inherit to your grandchildren. Yeah, you can inherit generation. And even though the sole uh, is spoiled or anything, you can replace the sole. You just maintain the
Mm.
faces, and then you can remake the shoes, especially the sole. So I think it's better to purchase a good quality beaded shoes, like what I can say. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a question, how to clean the
Mm.
manet shoes. One of our audience, Auntie Judy, said that she was told that to clean the manet shoes using Wong Hun. Please confirm.
Hong Hoon. Mm. Mm.
Wong Hun.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the faces of the beads first, lah, huh? Because the sole we have to depends on whether you are using uh fabrics or using the genuine leather or the PU. Of course, this for this part I don't have to explain more, because most of us we are wearing shoes. We know how to maintain that sole. It's just that the faces, yep, the cleaning of the faces actually is quite easy. Usually no, not many people will try to clean it lah. Yeah, because just only the dust there. Actually, it's still beautiful with the dust. Yeah, of course, some of the people they would like to clean it, so it's quite easy. You use the ponghun. I'm not sure whether everyone know the ponghun or not. There's for me lah, for the modern one, because most of the people, the youngster, they don't know. I said it's a rosma powder, because there's a rosma in front, right? And then it's a kind of cake lah, cake powder. So you use a
Mm.
used toothbrush. You brush some of the powder on the used toothbrush, and then you brush on your beads, the faces of the beads, and then later on you clean it with a damp cloth. That's it. Yeah, actually it's quite easy to maintain the beaded shoes. Yeah,
Mm.
but
Mm.
usually people not really go and clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
There's another question asking about from Auntie Judy as well. Needle
mm.
number 12 can be used for manet potong.
Mm-mm. 12 is too big. Of course, you have to depend on the size of the beads. Usually, what you can see in the markets is the common size that we have is that there are many people they don't know how to ask question when they buy beaded shoes. Yeah, so in the market usually we do have two sizes. The major two sizes. One is 15/0. Another one is 12/0. Okay, what is the difference? Is where 15/0, that means it's the smaller bits, is where within 1 inches there are 15 bits,
Right.
right? For the 12/0, that means in 1 inches they have when the bits line up, there will be 12 beads. So it means that 12/0, the size is bigger. Usually we call it medium size lah, for the beaded shoes. And then the smaller beads we are using is the 15/0. So actually it depends on the whole of the beads. Yeah. So
So
for
I
12,
think
it's too
go
big.
ahead.
Yeah, too
Yeah,
thick. Yeah.
too big. Yeah. So I think for our audience who is listening to this or watching this, I think when the pandemic situation is getting better and there are more industry opening up, maybe we can actually visit Kenny's and his at his shop, a workshop there, so that we can organize a workshop to do beaded work, simple beaded work, or even some
Yeah.
simple cooking session. If let's say I can manage some time, then maybe I can do it. So I think Kenny's shop actually has a space for that. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think there's one more question. Say once bought a beaded handbag from China, very nice design, kept for some time, and then
Oh,
I took it out, all the beads dropped off. Later was told the beads was gum and not sewn. I think China one, yes. I remember I bought
yes.
for my mom some the very classic dinner bag, the small one with a lot of bead. It is. They are using the what you call that, the gun glue to glue the beads. Yeah, it will come off one. I know. I last time when I was
Yeah.
working in China, I bought a lot for my mom, but end up after a few years, if you don't use it too often, it will come off when it's dry.
Yeah, actually, it's not just only those beaded handbag from China, and what I can say that sometimes our beaded shoes, the beads will come off too. You know why?
Yeah.
Beside we have a quality sole, quality beads, but the thread that we use to sew the beads is also very important. Yeah, it's very important. So what the maker usually do is that for myself. Usually, I will use a good quality thread. And then the thread how do we describe the thread is where the thread that used to kill people lah. Just pull like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I tried before. It's really 一杯tuổi lah, huh? So
Yeah.
the thread is very important. You know why? Because some of the people they thought that when the beads come out, we can replace it back. Actually, if you really want, actually can. If you when during the time when you want to redo the sole for the shoes, yes, you may. But the issue is that it's so hard for you to find back the same color beads to replace that beads.
Right.
So
Right.
when you buy, so that's why I used to encourage customer, if you want to buy a pair of the beater shoes, buy a better quality one, or else you will get all the headaches when the beads comes out. Actually, it's quite obvious. If one or two beads come out from your beater shoe, definitely you are not going to wear because it's very obvious. Yeah, but if you want to replace it back, sometimes of course, if the beads is black in color, it's quite okay lah. If you're looking into others color, it's quite hard to find because what I can say that from the same factory, from the same color, from the same factory, if the beads is different batches, the color will be a little bit different. So we are very careful with the beads that we have. Yeah, when we look at the beads, we got not enough for that pair of the faces. We are not going to use it. Yeah, we are not going to use it, or else the left and the right pairs, you can imagine, is a different color, even though they are same color range, but they looks
Mhm.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's
Right.
good to it's good to get the pairs of the good quality beaded shoes. Yeah.
Right. Good. So, got time? Maybe we should. Uh, there's one more question. How many times can we resew a manet shoes?
How
How many times
uh,
can we resew
oh,
a manet shoe?
resole. Okay,
Resew
resole the
the
money shoe.
bottom shoe.
Actually, it depends on the quality of the faces. If the faces of the shoes still in good condition, actually you can resolve forever. What I can say, yeah. You can resolve
Mhm.
forever. And even though you can change the color of the sole too. Maybe for this pair you are black in color, later on you feel that black color is too common. I want to make into pink color. Yeah, you can. You can. If the color match with the faces, actually you can resolve many times. And I do have many customers that bring their old beaded shoes from their mom, from their grandma. They come over and yeah, resole the shoes, and then it looks great. It really looks great. Yeah, because some of the beads, I also amazed some of the beads, and then some of the patterns or some of the colors, because uh some of the colors we don't have it now. Yeah.
I think we have another few more minutes before the session end, around another 5 minutes or so. So apart from these money shoes we are talking about for Nonias, for
Mm.
Babas,
Baba.
usually what are they wearing? For my knowledge, based on what I understand or based on what I seen from the olden days photos, most of the Baba, they are actually wearing the the costume that they are wearing is actually influenced by the China, like the high collar shamfu type, you know.
Mm, mm, mm,
Yeah. Whereas for the Babas in Thailand, they also have the influence of China as well. The high
mm,
collar shamfu, but a bit of Thai style, but they are wearing that as well. But for the Indonesians, Indonesian Babas, the Javanese side, they are wearing mostly batik.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
agree.
am I right to say that, Kenny?
Yes, you are right. You are right. It's just that Penang is a little bit different because we got a very strong influence of Western, especially the British, and most of the babas over here we are wearing Western, like
Tuxedo,
the yeah, you
tie,
are right. And even
you
though
know.
for the normal days, like my white akong lah, my lai kong, huh? Because for Hokkien it's
Mhm.
quite hard to differentiate the gua kong, lai kong, right? My lai kong is wearing
Yeah,
shirts, it's a short sleeve, white color, big pocket shirts with the slack. This is what he
yeah,
used to wear
yeah,
every day. Yeah, it's very
yeah.
it's very Western. Yeah.
And the slack is very like the current ladies
High
fashion,
waist.
like Gucci like that, high
Yes,
waist,
yes,
and then
and high
very
waist
very
and high waist.
yeah.
And
I
then
think the fashion
with
comes back
a leather
already.
belt. Yes, the fashion is coming back, and then with a leather belt, and then with a big buckle, and then they
Yeah.
used to have a big pocket, and then the pocket is quite deep. Yeah, actually
I
it's quite
cannot wear that.
yeah.
I gain weight already. Show you wear already, you see the tummy already. Cannot wear.
Actually, what you can see from the all those old photos, actually, even though for my akong, right, she have a big tummy too, but you can imagine, they can wear the slit, until the belly buttons, with the you still
Yeah.
can see if you've seen before, you know what I mean. Actually, this is their fashion because everything high waist, not like now. Actually, for me, last time is even better for the fashion sense because usually for Asian, we do have the proportion for our body will be the top will be 4, the bottom will be 6. Actually, we should really uh, uh, appreciate that what we have is 4 and 6, and most of there are many of us we have 5 and 5. That means we have shorter leg. You can imagine we have a shorter leg, and then we are wearing low waist bottom or low waist pants. It's some kind like a, I don't know. It's
We
like a duck, big body with short legs. Yeah, actually, what the best cutting that we have for our especially our Asian, what I can say, everything have to be high waist. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
mm,
I
But now
can't wear
everything.
low waist too. Yeah, because my leg is short.
Uh,
wear high
I think
heels.
cannot also
Cannot
because when your leg is
high.
short, it's already short.
Yes. So the one I can say that is more to high waist lah, or maybe don't tuck in your shirts or don't tuck in your t-shirts to your pants. so it
Yeah.
will be some kind like balance up. Yeah, or else you wear high waist lah. Sometimes when we wear high waist, right, it's some kind of weird. People will look at us. Ayo, ane lao bear still wear high waist, especially the slack. Yeah.
But don't
So that's
worry
why
lah.
when I wear slack, I
Highways
used
is
to
back
have.
in fashion. Highways already
Yeah, but
back in fashion.
anyway, my shirt usually what the color that I wear is usually will be black because to cover up, to differentiate. You can imagine, my legs are already short now. I still wear the black pants with the white shirts on top. Wow, so obvious. So I used
Mm,
to wear the whole black lah. The most easiest is whole black. Yeah.
Yeah, contrast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's
So
quite
Any
fun
I
to
questions?
think
to.
our time's almost up. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think our time is almost up. Um, yeah, last time, yeah, Auntie Judy, you're right. Sometimes last time they are using suspender to hold the trousers. Last time I
Mm,
believe the trousers are they are quite loose in a way. Yeah,
mm.
but now also suspender. A lot of people are using also. It is back in fashion. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that much in Penang, but in KL, yes. In Singapore, yes. In China, yes. They are using a lot of
It's coming back.
suspenders. It's
It's
coming
coming
back.
back. The trend is coming back because it's really suit our body ratio. Yeah,
Right.
it just depends on the what kind of fabric that we are using. Of course, for your information, I'm going to have my new collection. I do have two main collection. One is from baju panjang, baju sulam biku, and also the renda. Yeah, there's a traditional one. Of course, the title of the whole collection is Wings of Eternity. And then, of course, I do have another range, is more to the modern. You can imagine embroidered white shirts for ladies with a high waist uh, pants, long pants. Yeah, it's some kind like retro kind of the Nyonya inspired fashion. It's coming. It will be around December. Yeah, actually, it's quite fun. I like it
Yeah.
too.
Maybe you can do the exhibition at my place also, lah. At my
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah. We see how it goes, and then another range that forbidden shoes. I'm going to change a little bit of the motif because usually we have flowers, roosters, butterflies, peacocks on our beater shoes, and then for part of my new collection, it will be more to motif with
Right.
ribbons on it. So it's some
Right.
kind like modern shoes, but is using the traditional method to do it. Yeah.
Mm. So
Oh,
for those who are, sorry, go ahead.
forward. I'm looking forward for Kenny new collections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
But make sure
excited
you
with
can
it
come.
too.
But make sure you
Yeah.
can come back to Penang first, Priska. You know what I meant.
Yes. And before we end the session, I can recall my grandmother that recites a poem during the Mid Autumn Festival in
Mm.
Hokkien. I'm not sure whether you have heard about it. It's like 花来剪茶，车车袂见石，金石袂见花，行路买菜，菜袂见塔，行路买牛肉，牛肉袂见鸡，鸡路买狗，狗袂见鸡。Do you still remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, yeah, we still remember. I heard before. It's just that I not really can memorize the whole thing.
Yeah. I can only remember the first part, Hui Kim Che.
Mm.
Yeah.
The part.
And then I can remember until Zhap Gao Mei.
Yeah.
And then
Like
other
I
that, no,
remember
no, no.
Tian Li Bu Wa Lai Li Te. Right.
Ah, so old already because my grandmother used to recite it so many times that I can remember. Wow.
Mm.
So I
So
no longer hear that nowadays. I mean, it
Yeah.
is pretty, yeah. So,
Actually,
yeah,
for me, not
maybe,
hear it. Even though Hokkien also nobody use Hokkien anymore. When you
Yeah,
go
correct.
outside, especially in Georgetown, they used to communicate with Mandarin, no? 你吃饱了没有？你要叫什么？你要吃什么? And then I
Mm,
used to
mm,
reply with Hokkien. Look, I got Hokkien was Yeah, of course I do know how to speak Mandarin. It's just that I feel that this is our identity. Yeah, our Hokkien also our own very own identity because it's so different compared to those Southern, and then even though the China Hokkien also different.
right,
We
right.
have our identity, and then our Hokkien when we speak, right, people don't understand one. Lang ki ban
Yeah.
san,
Mm.
this people don't understand one. Yeah,
Bansan in
actually,
Hokkien,
it is our
Bansan in Mandarin is one sun.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
correct, yes,
That means a lot of things
but
in the hills. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Thousand of
totally
them.
totally off.
So
Baru.
yeah,
Mm.
hopefully we can organize something in the near
Mm,
future, to see the
mm,
collection of Kenny, and also to recollect back the older memories. But currently, I believe a lot of things has gone into the drain. You know,
yeah,
many I mean, many parents. I would say parents of our age. You know, like what you said, a lot of culture thing has already gone. Cultural
mm,
thing has already gone. So it's pretty much sad lah, to see that.
mm,
But
yeah, true.
anyway, stay is easier than done. So we let's play by ear when everything back to normal. So we hopefully we can organize something. Yeah,
Yes.
either at my place or at Kenny's place, or we can find any other places, or yeah. So
And
for the
even
audience,
though for
any
those in KL, we can do it in KL too because Priska
yes, yes,
is there.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes, I
can do
can
it at
to place and organize it. No worry. I'm good at
yes,
that.
yes, yeah. We can do a cultural, uh, knowledge thing. Some
Yeah.
cooking stuff, some beaded stuff. All this thing. I think it will be quite
We
interesting,
can,
huh?
yeah. It will have some kind like a talk, and sharing, and maybe tea together. Yeah, actually
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah. It,
yeah,
it, it shall start with some of us first lah. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
True, true. Yeah. So for our audience, any more questions that you want to pose to our Baba Kenny, or Priska, or myself, or anything you want to know? If, Kenny, what is your email? What is your website? Facebook.
It's www dot
Mhm.
kennylohculture.com. Yeah, of course, what I can say that on the website is more to the premium items. Don't get shocked with the price. Don't get shocked with design too, because what I put on the website is more to the premium items. If you want to look for the medium range products, yeah, you can come to my shops, or you can WhatsApp me to know more about it, because like some of the kabaya is 200 plus ringgit only. It's just that I can't put everything on website, because each of the kabaya I only have one piece with only one size. I don't have the
Mm.
same pattern, same color with a different sizes like S, M, L, XL. I don't have. So you can imagine in my shop, I have for this range, the classic range, I arrange them as a classic range for the 200 plus ringgit kabaya. I do have more around 200 pieces. You can imagine I need to snap the photos and description and put on everything on the website. Actually, it's quite harsh for me. So that's why I just put the premium range on my website. And then if you looking into new designs, or the designs or the embroidery or the beaded shoes or the motif that you want to customize, you can let me know too. We can discuss about it, and then we get it done. Maybe actually I do have a project with a young Nonyas, and I embroidered SpongeBob for her on her kabaya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
can
so
be done.
all in all, good things come with a price.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
regardless whether it is retail, it is food, or anything that we
Yes.
use, put
Yeah.
some price. Yeah,
Yeah, don't worry when you come over to wear a kabaya, wear the beater shoes. Definitely, we are proud with it, and then definitely can remember your amma, acho. You know, it's like when you eat the food of Priska and also Aiden. You know, wow, why amma chu? It's so hard for me to find this kind of taste nowadays. Yeah, it is this kind of feeling like I can say. Yeah.
right. Yeah. So yeah, I think there are no more questions, from our audience. So yeah, again, so we would like to thank Kenny for
Thank
joining
you.
us for these two sessions, episode five, episode four, five and six, right? Yeah, thank you for sharing. Four and five, episode four and five. so so
Yeah.
we so yeah, we really appreciate your sharing with us and also
Thank you.
our beloved audience. If let's say there's any questions or anything, feel free to drop us a comment at my website, at my Facebook page as well. Or if not, you can always go to Priska page or Kenny Loh's cultural page. Yeah, you all can actually drop message. You know, doesn't mean that you don't buy, then no, right? So, and thank you, everybody. So, we will end this session. So, next episode, we will have it 2 weeks from now. Okay, that will be another interesting topic. Okay, so we'll have more and more interesting topic in the coming episodes and also coming season. So, do stay tuned with us. Yeah. So, Kenny, anything that you want to say to the audience?
Mm, please save our culture, and then we are the only hope because if our this generation didn't save and continue the legacy, especially the Penang Baba Nyonya culture, actually it's quite hard for the young generation to continue it because they totally don't have the experience. They never experienced it before. So it depends on us. And then what I can say that this is our identity, this is our culture, this is what our ancestor left for us. So I think we need to protect it and continue it well so that I do believe that there are many of course today just only 1 hour we are talking about the shoes. Actually, if you really deep into the Baba Nyonya culture, there are many things to talk about, especially how you educate your children and also how you manage the business and also how you manage your household. So we have everything. Why can I say this culture is perfect for everything. So don't don't throw it away. Please continue it. Uh, if we just depends on Aiden, depends on Priska and me, I think it will be gone very fast because just only three of us, one kaki kong, kaki song, and then hopefully there will be more people coming in. And then there are many things. What I can say that for Baba Nyonya culture is more to everything like what the Baba Nyonya families doing. We have the purpose behind and also the meanings behind. So, for example, for prayer, those will be any by, why 24 japsi or 24 bowls of rice, we have the reason behind and we have the meanings behind. Of course, for today, we can't tell everything, we can't share everything just only 1 hour, and hopefully you will come to us and maybe we can organize more this kind of the sharing so that everyone will understand. And then lastly, I would like to throw a question back to the audience. You need to do some research, right? Why during the prayer, especially the Pai Ti Gong, we have fruits, right? Why we pray banana and then why we pray with pear? These two questions, and then this you are going to do your research. Why banana? Why pear? Okay, I think that's
All right.
my comments.
Okay, thank you, Kenny. So
Thank
we
you,
will end
Aiden.
this episode for now. So thank you, everyone, and good night.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.